I still remember the day I met Emma, a young and ambitious athlete who had just suffered a devastating injury that left her unable to compete in the sport she loved. Despite the setback, Emma's determination and mental toughness inspired me to learn more about the psychology behind motivation and influence. She told me that every day, she would close her eyes and vividly imagine herself winning a championship, feeling the rush of adrenaline and the roar of the crowd. This mental image gave her the strength to push through the pain and rehabilitation, and eventually, she made a remarkable recovery. As I delved deeper into the world of psychology, I discovered that Emma's technique was not just a coincidence, but a scientifically backed method for motivation and influence. By creating mental images, we can tap into the powerful forces of human behavior and psychology, unlocking our full potential and achieving our goals. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of mental imagery, its effects on our brains, and how we can harness its power to motivate and influence ourselves and others. Let's start with the basics. What are mental images, and how do they work? Mental images are vivid, multisensory experiences that we create in our minds, often without even realizing it. They can be triggered by memories, emotions, or suggestions, and can have a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Research in psychology has shown that mental images can activate the same brain regions as actual experiences, releasing similar emotions and sensations. This means that by creating mental images, we can simulate real-life experiences, preparing ourselves for challenges and opportunities. As we explore the psychology behind mental imagery, it's essential to understand the concept of neuroplasticity. Our brains are highly adaptable, and by repeatedly creating mental images, we can rewire our neural pathways, strengthening connections between different brain regions. This process can lead to lasting changes in our behavior, thoughts, and emotions, allowing us to overcome phobias, build confidence, and develop new skills. For instance, studies have shown that mental imagery can be an effective tool for overcoming public speaking anxiety, with participants who practiced mental imagery experiencing significant reductions in anxiety levels. But how do we create these mental images, and what makes them so effective? One key factor is the use of sensory details. When we create mental images, we should try to engage as many senses as possible, including sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. This helps to make the experience feel more real and immersive, increasing its impact on our brains and behaviors. For example, if you're trying to motivate yourself to exercise, you might imagine the feeling of the sun on your skin, the sound of your footsteps pounding the pavement, and the rush of endorphins coursing through your veins. As we've seen, mental images can have a profound impact on our individual motivations and behaviors. But what about their influence on others? Can we use mental images to inspire, motivate, and persuade those around us? The answer is yes. By creating vivid, compelling mental images, we can communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and even influence the behaviors of those around us. For instance, a salesperson might use mental images to help customers visualize the benefits of a product, while a teacher might use mental images to make complex concepts more engaging and accessible. As we transition to the next section, let's consider the role of emotions in mental imagery. Emotions play a crucial role in shaping our mental images, making them more vivid, memorable, and impactful. When we create mental images, we should try to tap into our emotions, using positive emotions like excitement, joy, and pride to motivate and inspire ourselves. For example, if you're trying to overcome a fear of heights, you might imagine the feeling of pride and accomplishment as you reach the summit, or the sense of relief and calm as you take in the breathtaking view. Building on this idea, let's explore the concept of emotional contagion. When we create mental images that evoke strong emotions, we can transmit those emotions to others, influencing their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This can be a powerful tool for leaders, teachers, and communicators who can use mental images to inspire, motivate, and persuade their audiences. For instance, a motivational speaker might use mental images to evoke feelings of excitement and enthusiasm, while a therapist might use mental images to help clients process and manage their emotions. As we continue to explore the psychology of mental imagery, it's essential to consider the role of suggestion and persuasion. When we create mental images, we can use suggestion and persuasion to influence our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, as well as those of others. By using subtle cues, such as language, tone, and body language, we can create mental images that are more persuasive, more compelling, and more effective. For example, a marketer might use mental images to create a sense of urgency or scarcity, while a politician might use mental images to create a sense of hope or optimism. Now, let's take a closer look at the science behind mental imagery. Research has shown that mental images can activate the brain's default mode network, a set of regions involved in introspection, self-reflection, and mind-wandering. This network is responsible for our ability to imagine, simulate, and predict future events, making it a crucial component of mental imagery. By understanding how the default mode network works, we can better harness the power of mental imagery, using it to improve our creativity, problem-solving, and decision-making skills. As we delve deeper into the psychology of mental imagery, it's fascinating to explore the concept of mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal is the process of mentally practicing a skill or activity, using mental images to simulate the experience. This can be an incredibly effective way to improve performance, build confidence, and develop new skills. For instance, a musician might use mental rehearsal to practice a difficult piece, while an athlete might use mental rehearsal to prepare for a competition. But what about the potential limitations and drawbacks of mental imagery? While mental images can be incredibly powerful, they can also be misleading or inaccurate. If we create mental images that are too negative or unrealistic, we can reinforce self-doubt, anxiety, or fear. Similarly, if we rely too heavily on mental images, we can neglect the importance of actual experience and practice. To avoid these pitfalls, it's essential to use mental imagery in a balanced and nuanced way, combining it with real-world experience, feedback, and self-reflection. As we approach the revelation, let's consider the surprising fact that mental images can be used to influence our physical health and well-being. Research has shown that mental images can affect our immune system, our stress levels, and even our physical performance. For example, studies have found that mental imagery can be used to reduce pain, improve sleep, and even enhance athletic performance. This highlights the profound impact that mental images can have on our overall health and well-being, and the importance of using them in a positive and constructive way. Now, let's reveal the unexpected twist. Mental images can be used to rewire our brains and transform our lives, but only if we use them in a consistent and intentional way. By incorporating mental imagery into our daily routine, we can create lasting changes in our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, unlocking our full potential and achieving our goals. This requires a deep understanding of the psychology behind mental imagery, as well as a commitment to practicing and refining our skills. In conclusion, the power of mental imagery is a game changer for anyone looking to motivate and influence themselves and others. By creating vivid, compelling mental images, we can tap into the powerful forces of human behavior and psychology, unlocking our full potential and achieving our goals. Whether you're an athlete, an artist, or simply looking to improve your daily life, mental imagery can be a powerful tool for success. So, take the first step today, and start creating the mental images that will inspire, motivate, and transform your life. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take the next 30 days to practice mental imagery, using it to motivate and inspire yourself. Start by creating a vivid mental image of your goal, using all of your senses to bring it to life. Then, practice visualizing yourself achieving that goal, using positive emotions and self-talk to reinforce your motivation. Finally, share your experiences and insights with us in the comments below, and let's work together to unlock the full potential of mental imagery. Like, subscribe, and comment below to join the conversation and stay up to date with the latest psychology facts and insights. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.